Welcome back, family, friends, and fellow gamers, to Game Bros playing Origami King. We're in Toad Town here at the accessory shop, I guess.
Yeah.
He's going to be freaking out about this thing. I'm just going to fix it and then talk to him.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we got 13,000 coins, I think. So, yeah, we got some money to spend. We're hoping the accessories are kind of like level up things, maybe?
Actually, can I use a fire flower?
That'd be super nice.
Can I use a fire flower anywhere? No.
No.
Because, like, there's several places it's been like, oh, we can't wait to, you know, light this fire. And I feel like you should be able to light that fire, too. Either way.
You want accessories? We've got accessories. Confetti vacuum. Is that it? Those are the only accessories you sell? Come on, man. Get a better inventory.
I got the money. I might as well spend it.
I guess, yeah, I might as well. That kind of stinks. I was hoping for like...
Yeah,
hey,
like your 30 options.
Your jump attack is stronger, or, you know, whatever. You've got 5 more health or 10 more health, or... I mean, maybe, because there was that other location, maybe he has different stuff. I mean, how many things can you equip?
Maybe one per
one per
thing,
row,
maybe?
or column.
Yeah.
So
because he's like, there's a limit. I mean, you can.
The limit is like 50.
It's 9 out of 10, but there is a limit.
Oh, also, since we're in Toad Town, we're gonna go over to that battle lab and kind of see what that is. And then after that, yeah, let's go to his, because that other location. I wonder if he has different
at the other place?
Yeah, I wonder. I'm curious. I don't know if he's gonna be there or not, but I guess that could kind of make sense. Like, oh, in this location, he has this inventory or whatever.
Okay.
Yes, you came. Welcome to the battle lab. Now that we're under threat from those folded freaks, my setup may be of some use to you. Check.
I don't know.
Oh, the hammer training machine. Good choice. It'll teach you how to perfectly time your hammer attacks and totally shred your lats. Want to do some hammer attack training?
So it's teaching you how to kind of...
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Too late. Oh, is it A?
Yeah. What are you pushing? Yeah.
I was letting go. I guess I was thinking of Paper Mario.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because in Paper Mario, like, you broke it. No.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
In the other Paper Mario's game, you had to hold it back.
What is this one?
This is probably the jumping one.
Well, no, the other one's
getting some guard work in. Great thinking. Yeah, we haven't had the guard.
Yeah. What's guarding? It's when the enemy attacks. When do they attack?
What is attack? Yeah.
You mean when I completely destroy the enemy? Like, I don't understand. I guess I don't need that one.
You don't want to practice it?
Well, no, because the other one, it's just pushing A when they hit you. But I mean, it's the only one. I mean, yeah.
That's kind of cool. A little disappointing. Again, I was hoping training.
Yeah,
like
we're always expecting like, oh, maybe this thing's gonna have like different things we can do, or maybe we can like upgrade our equipment or something. And it's like, no, it's just how to play the game.
Yeah, like, well, we already knew how to play the game. If we wanted training, we would just fight the worthless battles. No, we're being hard on this game. Hopefully, you know, we'll see. Hopefully it gets more. So yeah, we're gonna head over to that other guy's location and see if he has different accessories there.
Hey, the coin's back too.
The guy there?
He's not over here.
That's sad.
So like, what's the point? Like, why does he have a stand over here?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you know,
maybe it's after we've saved this world, quote unquote, or whatever. So I wanted to kind of talk about Mark chapter 8.
Oh gosh.
It says. So yeah, in Mark chapter 8, I just had a question because it's kind of interesting. Is Mark written, isn't one of the Gospels written like,
golly,
these are all of the things Christ did, but it's not necessarily in the order that he did them?
I have no idea.
I think one of the Gospels is like that. I don't know. But the reason I was asking is that because Mark, in Mark chapter 8, Jesus feeds the 4,000. And I just, you know, it's like, in those days there's a large crowd. Jesus says, I feel compassion for the crowd. They've been with me for 3 days. And they're like, you know, some of them, they're really hungry. They've come a long way. And his disciples replied to him, where will anyone be able to find enough bread here in this isolated place to feed these people. And in Mark chapter 6, he fed 5,000 people. And this is like 2 chapters later. Why weren't they just like, oh, hey, Jesus, remember what you did last time? You fed 5,000 people. Let's do that again. But they're like, where will we find food? I don't know what to do. That's why I'm curious if it's linear. Because it's... Why, you know? Why not just be like, oh yeah, Jesus, that thing you did. Do that again. You know?
Yeah, but we also, like, isn't Mark is the shortest gospel, right? So it's also very...
I don't know.
Like, because he ministered for over 3.5 years, so it could have been like the first time was year 1, the second time was a year later.
I guess, like but still, it's like you've done this before. I don't know. I just kind of find it kind of funny, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. I can criticize whatever because
come on, fix it.
You know,
gosh.
I should probably just give them a break. I don't know. Well, I just thought that was kind of funny. Oh yeah, this is how we save, right?
Well, it's how we,
listen,
you get healed.
Yeah,
which I didn't need to because I didn't see it before, so I used a mushroom.
Yeah, I was in reading Mark 8. I was just kind of like, it's interesting that the disciples were like, what are we gonna do? Where would we get food?
I mean, I think
Jesus does the same thing. He gets
I mean, to me, it's kind of the same. I mean, this happens. It's actually a very common thing where, like that. Well, yeah, I would say it's common in the human condition, but then common, especially in the Bible too. In Exodus, God sends there we go. That's the right word. I'm trying to make sure the wording. I do the wording correct because a lot of times I feel like the people's viewpoints on things is wrong because people use the wrong words. Mm-hmm. But God sent the plagues on the Egyptians, and it's like crazy stuff. Like no one had seen anything like this before. The entire Nile River, which is not a small river, it's like the Mississippi, which is massive. Anyway, that's their entire lifeblood. But like that's how they grow everything. That's their water source. That whole thing turns into blood. And this is before this, but Moses casts his staff on the ground. It becomes a snake. But then the
Egyptians do the same thing.
Yeah, for like the first 5 plagues or something like that. Anyway, all that to say, it's seen over and over that God is very powerful and he's very, very powerful. But he's also taking care of the Israelites. Like there's famine in the land of Egypt, and then in the land of Goshen, there's plenty, and there's it's all this stuff. And then when they get to the desert and they don't have anything to eat, they're like, oh, what are we gonna do? I wish we were back in Egypt. Like, hey, wait, didn't you just see? Or actually, this happened when they get to the Red Sea. They're like, why did you bring us out here to die? Like he changed the whole Nile to blood. Do you not think he can do something here?
Yeah,
and it's like that happens over and over. I feel like it's a normal. I'm not saying normal because it's happened enough times that whatever. But so this is how they make you spend your money.
It's like an investment thing or something?
No, you have to buy this thing from him for 10,000 coins.
What is that?
That's the shell. I'll do that. I mean, I'd be curious how low he'll go. Like if you just keep saying no, but I got plenty of coins, so we're fine.
So yeah, in the Bible, in Genesis 47, this is after the famine, the 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine, and it's saying, Joseph, all the Egyptians, the people, were selling their land and stuff to Pharaoh for the food that they had stored up, and it says, then Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. For every man of the Egyptians sold his field because the famine was severe upon them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he moved them into the cities, from one end of the borders of Egypt to the other end. Only the land of the priests he did not buy, for the priests had rations allotted to them by Pharaoh, and they ate their rations which Pharaoh gave them. Therefore they did not sell their lands. Then Joseph said to the people, indeed, I have bought you and your land this day for Pharaoh. Look, here is seed for you, and you shall sow the land. It shall come to pass in the harvest, you shall give 1/5 to Pharaoh. I was listening to a sermon, and I had never heard this before, but in that, they're kind of like, they're coming to Joseph constantly. They're like, we'll sell you our livestock for land. And he's like, okay, that'll work. And then they come the next year, and they're like, all right, we don't have any money. What can we do? We'll sell you our land. And he's like, all right. And then the next year, it's like, well, what can we do? We don't have any land. We don't have any livestock. And Joseph pretty much puts them into slavery for the food, if I'm reading that correctly.
Well, they don't own anything. They're
they're slaves of Pharaoh. And I was kind of like, in the sermon I was reading, was talking about you reap what you sow. Joseph sowed slavery, and then in like 10, 20 years, the Israelites reaped slavery from the Egyptians. And I had never thought of that. I'd never heard that. I was like, wow. Because, they're like, oh, why did the Israelites have to spend 400 years in slavery? That's terrible. Why did that happen? Well, you reap what you sow. I mean, if again, guys, look into the Bible, find out for yourselves. But I was just like, that's crazy. If that's true, do you see what I'm saying?
Well,
does that make sense to you?
I was just thinking, why did all of the Israelites have to be in slavery when Joseph was only the father of Shem, or not Shem, Ham, and Japheth? That's but was only the father of Manasseh and Ephraim. And then I'm thinking, well, he was the leader of Egypt at that point in time, and so that might have something to do with it. I haven't done any other thought than just that, but
I mean, that's. I don't know if I would take that to the bank and just be like, this is, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would say why they had to.
Sowing
and reaping it's real. So
right.
I
don't know if I would say
that.
This is, or maybe not this is why. Like, I don't know if I would answer the question like, this is why they had to be slaves. I'm like, well, they didn't have to be slaves. This is why it happened.
Well, because people would say like, oh, well, God said it was going to happen, so it was all part of his plan. Like, no, he knew it was going to happen when he told Abraham about it. That doesn't mean it was God wanted it to happen. The reason it happened, at least from what I think, is because kind of that. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. But
no, I can definitely see. Again, I haven't sit there.
What do you guys
but at the very least, I can see that being somewhat involved because, like you said, unless there's some, like, you do sow what you reap, unless there's some third party that takes your place. In this case, if Jesus takes your place, you don't have to sow what you reap.
Yeah.
But you have to believe on him and then believe that he's redeeming you in all those areas.
Yeah.
If you don't in those areas, you will sow that stuff.
Well, guys, this has been a longer episode.
Vengeance is mine.
Hopefully, Steven can trim this down to not be so long. But thank you guys for watching. And like I said, let us know in the comments if you want us to make this a series. This is all I think we're going to do right now. But yeah, let us know if you want us to continue. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and be blessed.